Namaste students, welcome to RSV Group of Schools YouTube channel. I am Umesh Bharadwaj, your science teacher, and in this video we will start a new chapter, that is chapter 3rd, synthetic fibers and plastic, from class 8 science. So this is part 1 in which we will talk about the definition, types, comparison and examples of different types of fibers. So let's start today's video with the discussion of definition of fiber. What is meant by fiber? A fiber is the smallest visible unit of any textile product. Textile product means you have bed sheet, shawls, blankets at your home. If you look at them carefully, then you can see many thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are called fibers. They are prepared in textile industries, so we call them textile product. So what is a fiber? A fiber is the smallest visible unit which can be seen by us of any textile product. Fibers are flexible and may be spun into fabrics. Fabrics means whatever we wear, shirts, pants, these all are fabrics. Now, there are two types of fibers. Natural fibers, which are obtained from nature, and synthetic fibers, which are man-made, which are artificially synthesized by man in the laboratories and in industries. So, let's have a difference between these two types of fibers. Natural fibers are made by nature. They are obtained from plants and animals. And synthetic fibers are prepared by man in industries, textile industries. Number of molecules in natural fibers is not limited, but number of molecules is limited in synthetic fibers. Here, one more thing is there, the length of the natural fiber is also controlled by nature, so it cannot be increased or decreased, but in synthetic fibers, the length can be controlled by man. Since natural fibers are comfortable and good for health, they do not produce rashes on the skin and do not harm skin, do not cause any kind of allergy, but synthetic fibers are uncomfortable and not good for health. Some of the synthetic fibers cause rashes on the skin, reddish spots on the skin, and can cause allergy. Natural fibers are expensive. Cotton is expensive natural fiber. Synthetic fibers are not much expensive. Natural fibers cannot generate static electricity. Static electricity is produced when we move our hands rapidly on any textile product on fiber. So you must have seen the sparks produced when we move our hand rapidly on a blanket or sweater. So that is the production of static electricity. Natural fibers generally do not produce static electricity, but synthetic fibers can generate too much of static electricity. No spinning is required in natural fibers, but in artificial fibers spinning is required. Here is this point, 7th point. Natural fibers are environmental friendly. That is, they are safe for the environment, they are biodegradable, they can easily be decomposed by biological organism. So they are safe for the environment and we call them environmental friendly. But synthetic fibers are not environmental friendly, some of them are harmful for the environment, some of them are non-biodegradable. 8th point, natural fibers are hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means hydro means water and philia means loving. They are water loving. They get wet very soon and less durable. But synthetic fibers are hydrophobic, that is water repelling, and they are durable. We feel quite comfortable when we wear cotton cloths in summer season. Cotton is a natural fiber, as we have already discussed that cotton cloths are very good in summer season because they absorb our sweat and dry soon. But if we wear the shirt of synthetic fibers, then we find quite uncomfortable. Examples of natural fibers are cotton, jute, fur, hair, wool that we obtain from sheep. So cotton is obtained from plant, jute is also obtained from plant, and remaining three, fur, hair and wool, these are obtained from animals. And hence their origin is natural. Plants and animals are natural, so their origin is natural, so we call them natural fibers. Among synthetic fibers, we have the examples of rayon, nylon, or lawn. Polyester. Polyester means it's a polymer of ester. Actually, these fibers are made up of many small units which are called monomers. Mono means one, and when these monomers associate together, they form a long chain which is called polymer. So mono means one single unit, polymer means a chain of many units. So we have rayon, nylon, orlon, polyester, acrylic, spandex, terylene. These are the examples of synthetic fibers. Now we will talk about these fibers, their characteristics, advantages and disadvantages in detail one by one. Now we will start with the discussion of rayon. Rayon is a synthetic fiber. What are the characteristics and uses of rayon? Rayon is made from cellulose. You know cellulose is present on the cell wall of plants. Means the cell wall of plant is made up of cellulose. So wood pulp is rich in cellulose and the raw material required for the production of rayon is wood pulp. Wood pulp contains cellulose and this is the raw material needed for the preparation of this synthetic fiber called rayon. It is commonly called artificial silk because it has shine like that of silk, but it is cheaper than natural silk. It is mixed with cotton to make bed sheets and it is mixed with wool to make carpets. So these are some of the noteworthy points about rayon. Now next artificial fiber or synthetic fiber is nylon. Nylon is tough, elastic, lightweight and synthetic polymer. It is a tough, elastic, lightweight synthetic polymer. Polymer, as I have already discussed, a long chain of monomer units. It is prepared from coal, water and air. Though it is prepared from coal, water and air, but it is synthesized by man in the industry, so it is an artificial fiber. The raw materials are natural, but the way of synthesis is artificial. It is lustrous, that is, it has shine and easy to wash. Where it is used, you must have heard about nylon socks. It is used in the making of ropes that are used for climbing, tents, toothbrush. The bristles of toothbrush are made up of nylon, car seat belts, bags, parachutes. They all are made up of nylon. It is found that a nylon fiber, a nylon rod, is much stronger than a steel wire. That's why climbers, rock climbers, mountain climbers make use of nylon rods. Now we will talk about polyester and acrylic in detail. Polyester. Polyester is a wrinkle-free artificial fiber. Wrinkle means velvety. It is wrinkle-free. It is crisp and easy to wash. Terylene is a popular polyester. PET, polyethylene terephthalate, is a familiar form of polyester that is used for making bottles, utensils and films, photographic films. Polyester means poly plus ester. Poly means many. Many ester units are joined together, linked together to make this polymer. It is called polyester. In other words, polyester is a polymer of esters. Now acrylic. Acrylic is used in the making of sweaters, shawls and blankets. It is mixed with wool to enrich the quality. It is relatively cheap and is more durable and affordable as compared to other fibers. Now we will talk about petrochemicals. Chemicals which are obtained from petroleum products are called petrochemicals. So all the synthetic fibers are prepared from number of processes using raw materials of petroleum origin and hence they are called petrochemicals. Petrochemicals are commonly called petroleum distillates. You know petroleum is a crude oil which is obtained from earth and it has number of hydrocarbons in it which are refined in refineries using fractional distillation processes. So they are commonly called petroleum distillates and they are the important raw materials in the making of many synthetic fibers. Some chemicals made from petroleum are also obtained from other fossil fuels such as coal or natural gas or even from substances of biological origin like sugarcane. Now we will talk about characteristics of synthetic fibers. Some common characteristics of different types of synthetic fibers are that they are dry. They dry up quickly. As compared to natural fibers, synthetic fibers dry up quickly. They are cheap, so they are affordable. They are readily available, and they are easy to maintain. So in this way, in first part of our video, we have discussed different types of natural artificial fibers and their characteristics. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.